What do you think?
Slap.
Yo, Mama.
What is
Mama, what's
name?
your name? What
Squiz.
the name?
Rashida.
Squeeze?
Yes,
God, no,
Squeeze.
Squeeze.
Yo, this
Squeeze.
slap. At the body fruit. Yo, y'all need to step up y'all thing.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah. This needs to
Yo,
come
New York.
bottle and sent to New York.
And it's vegan friendly
New
too.
York, New York is health is the new trend right now.
In New York.
Well, guess what? It's Brooklyn made, so
Where?
It's made in
Canarsie.
Brooklyn. So we don't know
We need a group on the IG.
Yeah, follow Squeeze on IG. It's spelled just like that. SQUIIZ.
Real good.
Yeah.
Sis?
It's amazing.
I ain't taste this one yet. I ain't taste this one yet, but for right now, I don't know if I'm gonna taste this one. I might buy it. Next one and this one. This is beautiful.
And it match your outfit too.
Match my outfit.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl Akila K, and this is Top of the Rain. This is episode 6, Black Sheep. And today I have with me a very special friend, Shay. And I have Jungle Jesus is going to be coming on to talk with us a little bit later, and he will be performing. It's going to be lit. Shay, what's up? What's up? Introduce yourself.
My name is Shay. I'm from Brooklyn, Canarsie to be exact. I'm Trinidadian. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, she has a lot in her little chapter book. So, first of all, this girl got her own podcast. So I don't know why she's being shy right now.
Listen, I've never done a live podcast before, so this is definitely different, but I'm excited.
No, it's intimidating because like I get nervous every time the camera start rolling, but then once we start having a conversation,
then you get into it.
I get into it.
Of course.
So let's talk a little bit about you growing up in Canarsie.
Yeah, so I was born in Trinidad. I moved here when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I lived in Canarsie all my life, up until I finished high school. It was the best. Like, yeah. I loved living in Canarsie. I love, going to school, like, just everybody that we meet, like meeting you and, just all the little adventures we used to go on. Like, Canarsie back in the day was, it was lit. It was really lit.
We used to be on every block. Seaview Park,
right,
basketball court,
right.
And then now they're doing all these events for all these artists in Canarsie at the basketball court.
Yeah,
I know Pop Smoke, rest in peace. He used to be a part of that as well.
Yeah, it's good to see that, like how things change and how it is now. I mean, back in the day, can't compare to now, though,
right?
At all,
right?
At all.
All right, so I know you grew up with your mom. You didn't have a dad in your life, right?
No.
So how was that?
I mean, for me, it's like you don't miss what you never had. Like,
right.
I had father figures. My mom, she came up here after I was born, so my aunt raised me, and I had my uncles, but when I was born, they were all like basically like teenagers in their early 20s. So like, it was good to have, when I came up here, I didn't have a father figure. It didn't bother me because, again, I didn't know what it was like to have a father, but I guess like now that I'm older, I do see things that I lack, that maybe having a father would have made me a little bit different.
Yeah, some of these things we don't realize until we get older and we get into certain situations and we reflect like,
okay. Damn, why I can't deal with men?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like, why I can't keep a man? Like, but yeah.
Yeah. So would you say that you grew up in a strict household?
Yes, I did. I grew up in a Caribbean household. My grandmother was very, like, on top of things. It was school, and more school. Because I was the only child, they gave me a little bit of freedom to kind of, go to my friend's house and
run around with me.
Things. Right. So, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty strict.
Yeah. Well, that's how it usually is growing up in a Caribbean household. Because I could say that with me at home, it was all about school too. Like,
yeah.
My dad is saying, you do good, then you'll get what you want. But
right.
you don't do good, then you ain't going to get shit.
Nothing, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So as you were growing up, I know you joined the military. What made you want to join the military?
So When I was in high school, like the big thing was, make sure you're getting good grades so you can go to college. And in my mind, I was just like, but I don't really want to go to college. Not that I think that going to college is a bad thing. I just felt like for me at that time, I didn't really like school. I didn't like going to school. I didn't like the schools that I went to. So it's just like I didn't want to go to college and continuously have to deal with that. So my aunt joined the military, and when I looked into it, I was just like, you know what? I turned 18. I went. My school was in Times Square, so I went to the little building that be there, and I was just like, I think I'm ready to join the army. And that was it. Like I joined, and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, at one point I was thinking about joining the military. I mentioned it probably in like 2 episodes by now, but yeah. And this is in light of Veterans Day. Why even have you on the show? Because Veterans Day is what, Wednesday?
Yeah, it's on the 11th.
Yeah, so just to
so
shine
make sure y'all tell me Happy Veterans Day. All right.
Yeah, to shine some light on our vets, I had to bring a vet on the show, and this is the closest vet I have to me. So, what was your military experience like?
It had its ups and downs. Like, granted, the perks of it was good because I was on my own. I was making money, and at the time, being 18, like it was decent enough money for me to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. But on the other end, you had to deal with being a female. You had to deal with being a black female. And then you had to deal with all different types of people. Like, I've probably met a different person from every walk of life. And I think one of the hardest parts was being black, because you get into the military and there's a lot of guys, or there's a lot of people in the military that are so America, the traditional American, to where they don't look at you as if you're a person. They grew up in a household to where black people weren't
around or nothing.
Right. So they have those same ideologies, and these are the people that you trust with your life. Like if we, deploy, if we go to war, like these are the people that are supposed to shoot for you and behind you. And it just made things difficult. And then like being a woman in the military, you had to deal with constant criticism of not being able to perform your job, as well as a man can. And, men can do this, but you're limited because you're a female. So, but overall, I wouldn't trade the experience. Would I go back in? They'll have to drag me by my hair. Would I change anything that I've done? No, absolutely not.
Going back to what you said about these men, they grow up in places where they're not around black people. They're not used to black people. I actually met a Marine. He's from Iowa. And he said he didn't have not one black person in the neighborhood he grew up in. Yeah. So it wasn't until he got older and he joined the military, that's when he started seeing black people. Yeah,
and then their shift changed because a lot of these people come from racist households.
Yeah.
So when they see you, it's just like an automatic stigma, and it's just like you gotta get to know these people, just like we have a stigma about certain people. They have stigmas about us, so you kind of break that barrier because you go through everything together. Like you're waking up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning together, you're training, you're on duty 24 hours together, so you have no choice but to get to know these people. So as you do that, some people, their mind do change, but other people are still stuck in their ways. So you just kind of gotta take it at face value and just drive on.
So what got you through training, basic training? Because I know that's the first step of joining the military.
Bruh.
So how did you get through it? Because I know you went from waking up whatever time you want and doing things your way, taking showers as long as you want, to going to basic training where like they're telling you what you have to do.
2-minute showers. Yeah. Bruh. The only thing I kept thinking was I cannot go back home, because I felt like I had nothing to go home to. So I'm like, this is it for me. Like this is gonna make or break my future. And I just kept thinking, like, I have nothing. What am I gonna go home into? At the time, like, I wasn't connected with my family, so I really didn't have nothing back home for me. So it was do or die at that point. Like, I'm like, I gotta make it. I don't care what I gotta do, but I'm not leaving here at all. So that was it.
So you definitely fought your way through it. That's what's up.
It was hard.
Yeah,
it was hard.
I know that you had a rough time before joining in the military. So you said you wasn't connected to your family, so you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, so I had a boyfriend. I ended up getting pregnant at 17 when I was in high school, and that was basically the start of the disintegration of the relationship between me and my family. After that happened, school, I stopped going to school for a little bit, so my grades dropped. So of course, like the main thought was, you know, I'm not gonna get into college, and you know, it was just a lot of things for me that I didn't feel support from, and it just, the environment I felt just became kind of toxic. And I want to say like right before I graduated high school, one night, me and my ex at the time, we were together, and he was just like, bro, you gotta go home. And I'm like, it's raining, I don't want to go home right now. And from there, like, I stayed the night. I didn't call anybody. I didn't text anybody. So my family assumed that I was missing. They were calling on my friends. They called the police. And then the next day, you know, I woke up and let them know where I was. And then my grandmother was just like, I'm changing my locks. So after that, I was just like, you know, this was my opportunity, like, to get away, because I literally felt like I was at my end. Like, I didn't feel like me staying at home would have, nothing would have changed, you know? Like, it was already a toxic situation. I made it toxic. I wasn't happy. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just play it by ear. And that's what happened. And then after that, I joined the military, and I had 6 months to leave. I know that I came to your house, and your dad, I asked your dad if I can stay with you guys, and I did for a little bit. And then my boyfriend's mom, she kind of took me in. She helped me finish school. She got me a job, and I stayed there for 6 months, and then I left for the military, and that was that.
So before you decided to join it's your aunt, you said that encouraged you to join. So prior to that, were you ever even considering the military?
Hell no, because in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you going to the army, you're going to die. Like, you're going to where, like, you're going to die. Like, that's what I thought. And when she left, I was just like, I started looking into it. And I wish I would have did a little bit more research, because I probably wouldn't have joined the army. I would have joined the Air Force. But she did it, and then she went to training. I was just like, you know what? I think this is something that I could probably do. Like, I felt like I had no other option, because I'm not going to college, and I'm not going to stay home to work at a fast food place. Like, it's not happening. So I was just like, military it is.
Yeah, well, it's good that you actually came up with a plan and tried to do something else, because that's how I was when I was in Penn State. I came to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. I probably want to be a chef. Nah, I could do hair though. But I could also do this. Like, there was so many different things that I thought about doing. It to the point where, like, why am I even wasting my money going to college? Wasting my dad's money at that, because I wasn't getting financial aid help. Jeez. So I'm wasting my dad's money going to school for something that I'm not really passionate about, and I don't know what I want to do. So when I came back home, I went and I tried to join the military. Then after I like did everything I had to do, I told my dad. He's like, "Wow, this is like." I'm proud of you, because this is the most grown-up decision you've ever made. So, and I felt so good, like, making him that proud, you know?
You know, because you had that support, and I feel like that's so important, because I feel like in a lot of Caribbean households, like, the thing is, go to school, get an education, get a good job, become a doctor, become this, become that. And it's just not everyone's reality.
It's not everyone's reality.
It just wasn't mine. And granted, I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I joined the military. You know, you take your tests and everything, and I got into intelligence, and you know, that was a really big thing for me. And it's just like a lot of the accomplishments that I had in the military, like, they didn't go celebrated. It was just like I was by myself, and I did these things by myself, and I accomplished all these things by myself. And now, you know, I feel like to my family that don't mean anything, because they weren't there to see the progress and the things that I've done. So they're only looking at me now for where I am right now, and it's just like, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah,
like,
you came a long way, girl.
I did, you know. So it's just like, I realized being alone that you have yourself to depend on. Like, granted, it's good to have family there, it's good to have friends there, but at the end of the day, you really do just have yourself, and you got to be able to carry yourself to where you need to go, despite not having support, despite not having anybody cheering you on. So,
and you know, at the end of the day, only you could figure out what you need to do. And I had said this in a previous episode too, that I believe that everything happens because it's supposed to happen. We go through these things. It's all written for us. We go through these things to get us to where we are supposed to be. And we have dreams, and if we stay on that path of following our dreams or whatever it is along the route, we will find out our true passion, and we will end up exactly where we are supposed to be.
You learn yourself, you learn what you want to do, you learn what you like. Like, I feel you only have one life, like,
only one life,
and it's yours. So anything can happen, God forbid, but it's just like, I don't want to live my life off of the strength of making other people happy. I don't want to do that, and I've done that for a really long time, and I've made myself really unhappy.
You make yourself miserable.
So I'm good on that.
You gotta live for you. You have to live for you. So right now we're gonna take a little break. So enjoy this brief intermission. We have a little slideshow of our girl Shay. So stay tuned.
That's my signature right there.
What's up, y'all? We are back. And I was just watching a slideshow just now, and I saw a picture of Shimon eating chicken. This girl is so fat. I can't tell you the amount of pictures I have of this girl eating. And she's like, don't post that, don't post that.
It's a lifestyle. Okay.
It's like, all she do is eat. You should see her stories. Follow her on Instagram.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to talk about you being a single mom, because you have a little boy named Kason, and I love him so much. He's so cute.
Yes, I have a soon-to-be 4-year-old. He'll be 4 on Tuesday. I met his dad when I was in the military. That's not a very interesting story, so we're going to skip that part. But ended up getting pregnant. I got out the military the same year that I got pregnant, which was in 2016. And now we're co-parenting, I guess.
Wait, so your contract was up, or you left because of pregnancy?
So my contract was up. I did my 4 years, and I tried to extend, but I waited too long to do that. So I was just like, let me just get out, because being in the military and being a single parent is very difficult.
Yeah.
And you need to have that support with you, and I didn't feel like I had that. So I was just like, let me just get out to make it easier on myself, and to be able to be there, and not miss any moments, because the next year the unit that I was in, they were deploying.
Okay.
And I'm not doing 9 months. Yeah, I did 9 months already. I'm not doing another 9 months and not being with my child. So
yeah, so you said you met your son's father in the military. How was your dating / love life in the military? And how is it even dating having kids? So you got 2 questions to answer. Let's go.
So dating in the military is difficult, because you only really date, as females, you only really date other people that are in the military with you.
Okay.
Because we're together all the time. So you don't really go out to meet civilians, so to speak. So a lot of the guys that I dated in the military were other military men. When I got out, I was still talking to other military guys. I had a boyfriend at one time. This was when my son was maybe about 3 or 4 months old. That relationship lasted all of like 5 or 6 months. I mean, it was pretty good. He was very active in my son's life. But that's not something that I look for. I think right now, where I stand right now, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just, looking for, I won't say a good time because that sounds promiscuous, but, I'm just going with the flow. And I think one of the hardest parts about dating and being a single mother is that sometimes when you're dating guys, they assume that you want them to play a role or you want them to be involved. And I'm just like, no, like, you'll probably never meet my son. He be in my FaceTime calls sometimes, but other than that, like, I don't look for that. He has a father, so I don't need that to be replaced. I don't need that to be filled. But dating for me right now, it's been really good because I don't have any expectations. I'm not looking for anything. There's a lot of things that I want to do for myself first before I look for a relationship. So it's just not on my agenda for at least the next 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't what's the word? You can't date, or what's the word? Whatever. You can't get into a relationship with somebody if you on the inside is not healed or you don't have yourself figured out. You got to figure yourself out before you jump into a relationship.
That's true. And I think a lot, like for me right now, it's more so like goals. Like I want to buy a house in the next year and a half and, move and do all these things. And I don't want to be with somebody who's going to alter my plans. Right. It's either if you're going to jump on this train, you're going to ride it where it's going or you're going to get off.
I hear that.
So because of that, like, I don't want to be focused on a relationship where I have to make sacrifices. Like, I want to be selfish. And because I know that long term, I can't really be with anybody. Right. So I'm just playing the field right now, figuring out what I want in a man and, learning different things that I would want in a husband.
Well, you're still young, so you have time to figure. This is what your 20s is for, okay?
Yeah, it's for dating and learning about yourself. Like, I am not worried about getting married. I'm not worried about having kids because I already have one. So, like, there's a lot of things that wouldn't, a relationship it's not gonna move me.
Right.
I just wanna.
So, when you was in the military, you traveled a lot?
So when I got out of training, I deployed maybe a couple months later. I was deployed for 9 months, we'll call it a year. And then when I came back, I did do some traveling. Like when I deployed, I went to Qatar, I went to Kuwait, and then like I did a lot of traveling stateside. Like I've been to a lot of states, but it was just hard for us to like leave the country because of the time periods of when we would get leave. But I did a lot of state traveling, so it was pretty
you feel like when COVID is over and we're able to travel wherever we want again, you're gonna take vacations and stuff?
You said vacation?
Vacation.
I need a bay first. Well, I just need a temporary bay, like a fill-in bay. Like, okay, let's go on vacation.
You just need a vacation bay.
Right. And then when we done, I hit you up
somebody,
next vacation.
Get somebody who work for JetBlue or Delta so you can get them flight benefits.
But yeah, definitely. I definitely want to do that. And definitely want to take my son on vacations
We definitely got to hit up Carnival in Trinidad.
Yes,
play
yes.
Yeah, so there's so much plans that have to be made, so much more that you have to do before you could settle. That's what I was looking for, settle down.
Settle down, yes.
Before you settle down with anybody.
I don't want to settle. I'm too selfish. I'm too, like, I might want to talk to you today and not want to talk to you for like 3 days. And I need somebody to be okay with that. And I feel like when you're casually dating someone, it's easier for that to happen because they don't have any expectations of you. And I also have a wandering eye, so I can't help it.
So all these your ideas on dating or how you want to date right now, is this what inspired you to do your show?
No. So me and my friend, I was going through like a really rough, like suicidal depression kind of thing. And me and my friend, we would talk on the phone for hours. And some of the conversations, I'm just like, this is really funny. I'm like, what if like we did like recorded our phone calls and posted it somewhere for people to listen to it? And she was just like, she's not me, so she's like, nah, bro, like I wouldn't want nobody to hear me talking like this. And I'm like, well, what can we do? Like, what can I do? And then I thought about a podcast, but I'm like, how do you do that? And this was before I came back to New York. And when I came back to New York, I was just like listening to other people's podcasts. And I'm like, if they could do it, like, what are they doing? Like, how do you do this? And I looked it up, and you get podcast studios. That's how it started. And I started doing research, and I went visiting podcast studios, and they told me, like, this is how it goes. This is what you do. And then the work was just behind the scenes, like coming up with a name, what I wanted to talk about. And I knew that I wanted to focus mainly on like dating and stuff like that, because I would say I'm not the traditional female. Like, there's a lot of things about me that you really don't find in a female. And I felt that that's something that I wanted to share, to show that, you know, we're different. So it was just like, yeah, that's how it started.
It's okay. So do you think that your training in the military helped you control your feelings?
Yes. Because a lot of the things that we do in the military is driven by logic. So I'm a very logical person. I think with my head before I respond to my emotions. So in a lot of situations, depending on what it is, like, I may have a feeling towards it, but you'll never know, because in my mind, how I process things is, okay, this happened, how do I feel about it? But logically, how do I respond to it? And I feel like a lot of people don't have those characteristics. And you develop that in the military, because the mission comes first at all times. So in my mind, I'm always thinking, what's my mission? What do I want to accomplish? What end result do I want? And if me acting on my emotions, is that going to hinder that?
Right.
And if it does, it don't work for me. So now
that's a good way of thinking.
Yeah. So now with dating, with anything, like
you keep that same ideology.
Yeah, I'm not emotionally attached to anything but my child. Other than that, it's just, you'll always get straight logic with me. And if I do respond to something emotionally, it'll never be out in the open. Okay. It'll be to myself.
That's good.
Yeah.
Really good. So where can people find your show?
So I have 2 shows, so to speak. I did Shots with Shay. Season 1 is on Apple Podcasts. You can look it up on Spotify. You can just Google Shots with Shay. And then I started a podcast with another female co-host, and it's called Tipsy as Fuck Podcast. And you can Google that as well. We're taking a little break right now, so we got 2 episodes that you can go listen to. But if you want to listen to Shots with Shay, then there's like 13 episodes there for my first season, so you can check that out.
All right. So we're gonna be right back after this intermission.
Towards the people that were probably like antagonizing me, but I'm just like, I'm tired of holding everything in and like worrying about your opinions. Everything is driving me crazy. I was walking down the block screaming. Like, I let everything out, okay?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it felt good. I let everybody know. This pandemic, I'm telling you, quarantine, I don't know if it's because I was just sitting still, but it let me know that people are really crazy. Like, they want you to do what they want you to do, and not what's good for you. So I let everybody know that y'all can kiss my ass.
Oh, that's heard you.
And I cried. I let everything out, but now I'm in a better space, which is why I want Black women to really get in touch with their emotions. You don't have to be strong all the time, but guess what? When you face those emotions, you become strong and you get over those obstacles.
I want marriage before kids.
Okay.
I want us to be completely honest. I want someone who I could just be myself with total transparency. You come to me and tell me everything. I'm the first person you go to for everything. I am just looking for love. No, okay.
That sounded so sweet.
Scratch that.
See love for me.
Why?
Like, I don't see, if you myself loving somebody, do I see somebody loving me beyond all faults? No. And it's just a fear that I have that I can commit myself and give myself to somebody completely without any barriers, without anything, and they can turn around. Right now, I can't fathom devoting myself to one person and expecting that same devotion given to me in return.
Based on today's society?
Yes.
That's why. Okay.
So, so why can't guys admit that they're inexperienced?
I couldn't tell you personally, but that's just the ego probably. That's just the ego talking. Everybody has a different ego. You know what I mean? Some guys want to be Mr. Macho Man at all times, but you can't stand up to be Macho Man.
I mean, the
what
world
I'm saying?
tells
Like,
guys to be hoes, or being a hoe is acceptable. So
Being a hoe, giving out whack dick.
right, they don't care. They getting pussy like it don't really matter to them. So imagine trying to come to a girl and be like, I'm
you
still
can't
a
do
virgin.
that. Like, yo, I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna be sitting up here slanging mad girls, giving them all whack dick, because then next thing you know, it's a small world we live in. Listen,
Bruh.
New York is but so big.
That
You
is.
feel me? The 3 states in general is but so big, so you're gonna run into somebody from Twitter, Instagram,
That you
or
done-
Facebook.
yeah.
You probably done seen people at it. Oh, hey, I didn't see this person. You probably walked past them in the street. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, everybody's connected.
Talking about you got whack
Talking
dick.
about you got, oh, yo, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with him. He just gave me some wet. Nah, I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah, okay, we're back. We're back from that intermission. And I must say, if you're going to tune in to Shots with Shay or Tipsy AF, it is not rated R. It's rated X. All right, so right now we have it as Jungle Jesus. And we did have a caller on the line before the intermission. So caller on the line. State your name. Where you from?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
What's your name?
My name is Sharon.
Sharon?
Yes.
Oh, nice to meet you, Sharon.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm watching your show and it's very interesting, and I'd like to ask a few questions regarding your guest, regarding military experience and what idea or advice would you have for someone who wants to join the military?
She said what advice we would give someone who's joining the military?
Yes.
Okay,
What
so
advice would you have to give?
so the first thing is to research all the branches and figure out what branch you want to join, which one has the most benefits to you, and figure out what job. So all of these things are available online. You can look at MOSs, which is military jobs, and you can figure out what job it is that you want to get. So when you take your ASVAB, which is the testing that they use to determine what job you get, you know what type of score you need, you know what you need to study in order to get that score.
Okay.
And then one of the things I would recommend is getting a job with a top secret security clearance, because getting it through the military is so much easier than doing it for a job like in the civilian world. So so that is like something that's highly sought after. So even when you get out the military, you'll still have a top secret security clearance. But my main thing is research your branches and make sure you know what branch you want to go to. That's the most important thing because it matters. Every branch is different. They treat you different. The jobs are different. So, just know where you want to go and what you want to do.
Okay, and I have another question for you as well. You mentioned that you now became a mother, and what motivates you and what inspired you to where you are today after leaving the military?
I think now that, I have my son, I'm no longer living for myself. I'm living to make sure that, he has a future even after I'm gone. And I think that's the most important thing is making sure that he's set up in every way possible and giving him, the tools that I didn't have access to and making sure that he has the knowledge to be the best person that he can be and, an independent person. And I think that for me, it's just making sure that I build a foundation for him that he can stand on.
That's awesome. I really watch the show every Saturday, and I like what's going on our show, and I think you guys are great. And continue doing a good job and continue to inspire others as well. Thank you so much and have a good day.
Thank you for calling, Sharon. All right, so Jungle Jesus. Wagwan.
Up.
State your name, where you from? Even though I already stated your name.
Jesus, Canarsie, Brooklyn, Ooh, the Flossy, 80s, also representing Maypen, Clarendon. You know what I mean? Worldwide thing.
All right, so what kind of music you do? Obviously, but
yeah, I obviously do dancehall music. I put a little bit of hip hop into it because I grew up in Brooklyn, so I'm very influential by what goes on in the Brooklyn street. And New York is like a melting pot of the West Indies and every culture. So
yeah. Man, you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And as Caribbean people, we support one another, especially with the parties,
Facts.
Listen, if music is playing, I'm dancing.
Yeah, he was doing his mic check and she hear like, he sound good. She ready to bust a wine real quick.
Oh.
So, before we get into it, the name of this episode is Black Sheep. And what do you guys think a black sheep is? Like we hear the term black sheep.
A cast out.
Cast out. How about you?
Yeah, like the cast out or the left out. He probably not left out by purpose, but he would just end up left out, you know?
Yeah, so I was looking it up, and it says that black sheep is a member of a family or group who is regarded as a disgrace to them, or they're unlikable. But I looked up like the symbolism of a sheep. Like, what does a sheep actually symbolize? And a sheep is a symbol of the circle of life, along with peace, purity, compassion, creativity, infinity, courage, sure-footedness, progress, and big dreams. So a sheep itself, like, it represents a lot, you know? And like, why a black sheep is just like the out of the bunch, but it's also considered a disgrace or cast out.
I guess because sheeps are typically white. So, when you see a black sheep,
it's kind of a race thing, right? I mean, it could be.
Probably definition got a racial on it.
Right?
Yeah, right.
But I think a black sheep, anybody who thinks different within the family, you know what I mean? Your whole family, like me, my whole family is mostly like Baptist and Christian, and a few members like me, my family grew up when we were younger and said we are Rasta. And you say you're Rasta and a Christian also, it almost never work. You're a black sheep, you know what I mean? You're evil, you know what I mean? Them call on Jesus funny every time, you know what I mean? So, I mean, also with even a person's sexual orientation, if his family grew up, you grew up in Jamaica and you decide to, your sexual orientation is one, you know?
They throwing holy water on you.
Your whole family might shun you out, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But, you know, that's unfortunate. You know what I mean? Well, luckily times is changing now. People are more accepting.
Yeah.
So, do any of you guys feel like you were a black sheep in your family?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's probably the black bad sheep.
And you were an only child, because I know a lot of people, they use it when it comes to siblings and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have, like, the one or more sibling, like, okay, you're the black sheep.
You compared. No, I got compared like to like my aunts and uncles. So it's just like your aunt never did this. Your aunt never did this, and I'm just like, bruh, like I'm somebody else.
Yeah, and I really don't think that the comparisons help, like, make you even less of a black sheep. Like, the comparisons don't help at all.
It just feeds into the insecurity that you develop for yourself, and it's just like it's a mental strain because you have to try to break out of this, like knowing that you're worth it to you. Like, it may not, your family may not, you know, right? So it's just like you just gotta find that within you, like
just a way of life.
Yeah.
Like, me, I'm a black sheep, not by purpose, you know. Like, my mother had me when she was young, and you know, 1 month old, Brooklyn basement. She sent me to Jamaica because she felt that was better. I probably live longer. I was sick. She didn't know if I could survive 1 month old in a Brooklyn basement. You know what I mean? So she sent me to Jamaica. I was there till I was 3. So that's like, I'm always, my whole life growing up, I was always raised not by my mother and father mostly, by outsiders. So I got a lot of ass whippings, butt whippings because of it. You feel me? Like, you getting raised by your cousin in Jamaica. She has her own child. Now she got to worry about you or next birthday. She going to beat you to listen. You feel me?
Take all that anger out.
Yeah, facts. So, you know.
All right, we got another caller. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you from?
My name is Gary from Brooklyn.
Hey, welcome, Gary.
I'm down. How's everybody today?
We are good. It's always a lovely day on top of the rain.
Sound like y'all been sipping on that Henny.
Not yet. We haven't cracked it open yet.
Okay, take a shot for me when y'all do. My question is for Shimon.
Bruh, my government name? Come on.
Hello, it's Shay.
My bad. Excuse me. I don't know if y'all stated this already, but how long have y'all been friends? And how have y'all been able to stay friends so long? Because loyalty and real friendship is hard to come by these days.
Jeez, we been friends since first grade.
Yeah. We had every class together up until, I think, 5th.
Yeah.
When you switched to Astro.
But then I came back.
Then you came back. Yeah, because, you know, issues. It's something similar to this black sheep situation. You feel me? But, Yeah, we've been friends for a long time. I know when she was going through her trials prior military, or when she was just getting into the military, you could say that we kind of grew distant. You know, she was there doing grown-up things, like pursuing her career in the military, and I'm in college. So I could say we grew a little distance, but I don't even know how we, like, I don't know, we just always, you know, when we were 9 years old, we went to Disney World, and we didn't know each other was going to Disney World, and we bumped into each other in Disney World.
It's been a long road. I feel like you're one of my oldest friends.
Yeah.
Probably one of, like, even now, like, granted we did have some time apart, but probably the person that knows me the
Absolutely,
best. Like,
same here.
you know, so it's just there's no words for our friendship. I don't think. Like,
I call her my sister. Like, growing up, people used to always say that we look alike. So we just call each other sisters, and you know, a friendship as strong as ours, and you know, we're true friends to one another. Like, no matter what happens, we still gonna always end up right back together.
Yeah.
We've never really had no big fallout or nothing.
No
arguments.
No.
Yeah, you know, we just live life and we see each other when we see each other.
Yeah.
So my next question is for all three of y'all.
Okay.
Everyone felt alienated somehow, some way, especially with their family members, right?
Yeah.
How were you able to push through that to be the best version of you?
I was just stubborn. You feel me? So like when them push on the Christian thing more, the more me pray Selassie, and I said, Jah! And I beat some sizzling out them ears till them tired at Sunday time. You feel me? Till they just like, I'm 17 smoking so much weed, like I drove everybody crazy, bro. I was really the black sheep. Even my father, like he never smoked weed in a day in his life, and for me to smoke weed to him was like something crazy. You know what I mean? It was like I was smoking crack to him.
Yeah.
He tried everything, but you know, I was just stubborn with it. You know what I mean? I just felt like, I'm a person who deeply spiritual, but like I love my blackness. So I just felt like the image of Christ was never for me. And once I met Selassie, nothing couldn't change me from it. So it's just like the stubbornness and the belief what I had within that and in myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I feel that. Hey, just get yourself, brother, and to two lovely ladies. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for calling in. Appreciate it.
Calling me by my government name.
I mean, well, it is your Instagram name.
I mean, people don't know that though. They don't know that that's my real name.
Like, is that the thing that Michael Jackson said?
Bruh, they just, I don't know what they think it is. Just a bunch of letters put together, but people don't be knowing that's my real name. And I don't tell them either.
Well, listen, not everybody needs to know that. You know, you got to keep some things a secret. So, Jungle Jesus, what got you into music?
I was explaining earlier. It was like my mother used to have these tape recorders back in the days. Video recorders, videotapes. So on the videotapes, it used to be like some splash. So I used to see like Major Macro perform, Ninja Man, Tiger, and those things used to influence me from when I was young. I used to jump on the bed, grab the remote, wheel up. You know what I mean? This
was always meant for you to do.
But even through the distractions and the roadblocks, it was just always inside of me. Music, I just always loved it.
I was looking at your YouTube, and you got a good amount of views on your videos. Like your clout is getting up there, man.
Yeah. We working.
Yeah, your music sound good. So check him out on YouTube. Jungle Jesus with a Z, not us.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna play a music video from you, and we are gonna get ready for your performance. Actually, wait, no, wait. No intermission. Hold on. We're gonna play a game. That's what we're gonna do. We have Midnight Taboo, because we got a little bit of time. So what we're gonna do is gonna be you versus you, and loser gotta take a shot. So you guys ever played Taboo before?
Nah.
Kind of, but not really.
All right, so there's a word up top. This is the word that you have to make the other person guess. We're not gonna play it the traditional way because we don't have teams. We don't have that many people. So you have to get yours. All right, let's say you're holding it. You have to make her guess what word this is, but you cannot say this word and you cannot say any words that are under here. So I'm going to be over your shoulder looking at you guys while you do this, making sure that you don't say none of these words. If you say one of these words, I'm going to do this and you got to switch to the next card.
Okay. And how we know who takes a shot?
So we're going to do whoever guesses the most words.
They take a shot?
Whoever guesses the most words win.
Okay. And then the other person takes a shot. Get prepared.
Yeah, I got it. I should start pouring this up right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all grab a deck. You gonna go first?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. Which side we doing? Blue?
Whichever side you want. Pick a word that you think you could describe. It's not like charades. You're not acting it out. You just speaking, trying to get them to guess what word it is.
All right.
Oh, you could. Come on.
You ready?
All right.
Who's going? You going first?
All right. So whoever's describing it, if you get the most words, like what it is, he's gonna get that point.
Oh.
But if you're trying to describe it to him and he can't figure out what you're trying to say, you're gonna have to take that shot.
Okay, got it. All right.
I have to clarify.
You ready?
That. All right, y'all ready? And this is a timer.
Okay. Who's going first? Let me go first.
All right.
You ready? Make sure you guess these. Wait, ready? Okay. So you put this on top of something to close it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, I'm being seductive and I'm trying to get you to notice me, and this is what the singular version of that.
Flirt.
Okay. All right.
She trying to win.
Okay, so when I hit something on the bed, and it hurts, and I'm like,
Knee?
No, the other part of your body, lower
Ankle?
down. No.
Foot?
No.
When you buck you.
Yeah, but okay, so that's the first word, and then the other word is something that you spread on bread.
Toe jam.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is what I do when I have multiple people and we want to get freaky together.
Orgy?
No. Think less. It's me, you, and your friend. That's probably a girl, not a guy, because then that's a train. Yeah. Okay. All females have this. Sometimes they're perky. Sometimes they sag.
Attitude?
No, perky, or they sag.
Oh, they sad?
Yeah, it's on my body though.
Oh, breast.
Yeah. Okay. They used to throw these in the hallway when you was in middle school.
Stink bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. This is what we do when something is wrong with you and you got to talk to somebody. Oh, never mind. Okay. I think the time was up though.
Oh shoot! Damn. Wait, how long ago that was up?
That's supposed to be a minute long, right?
Yeah.
Oh, rough.
All right, you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All
right, go. What are these?
Tattoos?
Nah, what makes them?
Ink? I'm gonna win.
Cardi B was before a rapper.
A stripper. A hoe. A bartender.
Oh.
A reality TV star.
If I was to send her on the road as a pimp, she would be on the.
Yo, you about to win this?
Where do
prostitute?
No, where do they work?
In a strip club.
No, they
on the corner. Bro.
Next. Move to the next card.
Oh man, that went too rough.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, you get hurt, I'm calling the
ambulance.
Yeah. Right, there you go. See, I had to help you out a little bit.
If you don't like someone, you don't want them to
touch you.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I'm gonna give you a little bit extra time.
All right. When you see when somebody don't have their car lights on,
you flash them. Oh, it's one word. I'm here giving statements.
10.
This is what?
9.
My thigh.
8.
My leg.
7.
My skin.
5.
My epidermis.
4.
I don't know.
3. 2. 1.
Flesh.
Oh.
All right, so obviously we know who the winner is. He got 4 and she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, she was better.
So I'm not gonna let you pour your own poison. I'm gonna pour it for you.
That's rough.
I feel good about that. Just know if you're playing Taboo, I'm the person that you need to describe these
That's
cards.
strong. Yes, I learned that like the first line. I don't know. These lines are like measurements.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the measurement.
Just fill it
was,
to the
but-
top.
Okay. This is coming from Shots with Shay herself. Okay.
No chaser?
No chaser. Come on, you a bad man, right?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. All right, let me give you another one. Just kidding.
Burn your chest a little, huh?
All right, so you don't have to see his face while the Hennessy is burning his chest. We're going to take a brief intermission while he prepares for his show, okay? Well, his performance.
Canarsie, them blind and them nasty. We have some gunshots for left and nasty. Who want to some fools? Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon loose. Brain a splash weapon the loose fools. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon loose. Brain a splash weapon the loose. Rise up the chopper, they not talk loss. Everything true, not talk grass. When we talk grass, on a dreadlocks. Bad boy Rasta love it to a gas. Welcome to Texas, we no take balls. Shoot first, love here gun balls. Bullets, one a boy like loopholes. Sugar never take me, squeeze sugar plate me. Now the renty, they go about 30. Feel me dog dirty, early. Yo clap a chest shit, hit the text spit. Block out with the cane, afraid detective. Effective, untouchable, effective. Flea never left it, flea never pet it. Boss up in bumbo, the tech freeze plan. No damn drop bomb it, 16 of vomit. Rich kid a savage, boy better watch. Mad Indian flat, the rugged and the traffic. OG I knock it, we'll knock it. Chico bring the rocket, always have it. NFA gun boss, boy in the dust. Fire never stress cause the money enough. Bad bitch we cough up, fresh never cough up. This is Canarsie and everything turn up. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon loose. Brain a splash weapon the loose fools. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools? Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon loose. Brain a splash weapon the loose. Flatlands bad boy no punk can this. Gunshot dep on them out like lipstick. Them girls so cocky. Them want fi kiss it. No girl can sit down on me head like a fitted. Girl spread them legs like paper, me rip it. Gunshot me split it. Head me will split it. New York police them know say me have it. Jamaican police them know say me have it. Everywhere we go, know say we have it. Brooklyn have it. Every day we go bust it. Every day me break job for bring back room. Bring brother and puncher soon come home. From long time, want to some fools. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools. Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon loose. Brain a splash weapon the loose fools. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools. Don't have me gun from long time. Want to some fools. Don't have me too. This Canarsie wagon. Brain a splash weapon the loose.
You don't know, say a jungle Jesus, you know. Up and stuck, you know. Straight from Canarsie, Brooklyn. Whoa. Yo, drop that, cause we were ever clean, you know. Some people not bail from morning.
Gunshot tonight couldn't slow me up. find a clip, never clip, it a blow me up. I'm so untouchable. Never tell them, running like them think man but you bow. Left you swallow like a girl way pluckable. The baby mother knows everybody suckable. And that's why I wanna say bell when we clean up. Yeah. Don't see a bend if we clean up. I start swift loud and we clean up. You know we gonna work so the dream up. Tell them my hand bend when they dream up. What them my bets can't keep up. And if you try me body lean up. We put boy yes in a lean up. Come on, this a kick like FIFA. Me do we be better and Rima. Me dark shit better and see you. Can't see me but fancy me I see you. You tell me Nile and me banana me a pen. And me grands them bigger than grand spend. Me style was bigger than a spend. We job all that from that 10. Cause I wear sell bell when we clean up. I don't see a bendy we clean up. I start flip loud and we clean up. You know we gonna work so the team up. So give my hand bend till the dream up. Watch them my bets can't keep up. And if they try me, everybody lean up. Me put white face in a lean up. Now run nowhere, come see me here. Any which party they shot. You see that man? Me shot. Yeah man. Yo. You don't know you know DJ. We said next tune you know. Cause we ever cleaning up. Hey. For everybody, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, King Von, Dirty, Candy, yo, crush up some low with some black hot rubber, link up China, the rig and Da Vinci, me step, me no way bank robber, drip it, the sauce, the drip, roll and I climb when me reach the ladder there, and a band we a play when me drum a day, feel me knock is stay hotter than a summer day. Fast nigga want to play, but me and no game. No comfy play when I tell you put it pain. No comfy play when I tell you put it stain. I bless the DNA in my vein. Bless the DNA, hey. So when you kill me friend, me ain't like that. So when me kill your friend, you not like that. I'm why full of tough talk, you not like that. Man, me make your marrow fly away like that. And enemy shoot me ain't like that. You can't trust me, granny ain't like that. You can't bet me, you stay like that. Yeah, boss and your woman not like that. So when you kill me friend, me ain't like that. So when me kill your friend, you not like that. And why you feel a tough talk, you not like that. Man, me make your marrow fly away like that. And enemy shoot me ain't like that. You can't trust me, granny ain't like that. You can't bet me, you stay like that. Yeah. Yo, listen. Somebody I go dead back for this a headshot. Now get no leg shot, chrome bed that. If it's turning blue at not purple, then no bad from long time, them a Urkel. Pin drop, location circle. Better don't 6'9", I will berserk. I mean I crush your baby mother, she a germ so. You broke now have no money, who a perm though. Me, Jungle, Rumble, Sheba, Jesus, backshot, make she crumble. Don't fumble, whip me ball, don't fumble. When them car, she a pull up, punto. When them kill dirty, we ain't like that. When them kill off road, we ain't like that. The kid do not stay, said the pussy should have dead back. And trust me family ain't like that. Pussy kill me friend, me ain't like that. So when me kill your friend, you not like that. And why you full of tough talk, you not like that. Man, make your marrow fly away like that. And then me shoot me ain't like that. You can't trust me, granny ain't like that. You can't bet me, you stay like that. Your head bust and your woman not like that. So when you kill me friend, me ain't like that. So when you kill your friend, you not like that. Why you full of tough talk, you not like that. Man, make your marrow fly away like that. Enemy shoot me ain't like that. Can't trust me, granny ain't like that. Can't bet me, you stay like that. Your head bust and your woman not like that. Yeah, whoa, I'm so untouchable. Where the gal them there, no? Jungle Jesus for the ladies. Hey, you ever fall in love with a gangster yet? There, no. Listen, she says she fall in love, make she fall in love. I mean she call it love, shish the one you call it love. Jump and start it so, circle my body like a target, yo. Head on the floor like a morning slug, throw up on the floor like a carpet rock. Fucking out the money when you yarning to, freaky girls that me all into. Swallow my name when you're coughing to. Oh you so naughty bahana yo, say look now we take it down now yo. Not too smart some time now yo. Me like a baby's car now yo. At the jungle juice where I blast now yo. See a fat piece of crease say yeah upon you. Zoom zoom that. And when me kill boom boom, what you gon' do? Zoom zoom that. See that my piece of crease say up on you. Zoom zoom that. And when me kill it boom boom, what you gon' do? Zoom zoom that. When me kill it boom boom, what you gon' do? One pan the tip, slowly pan the stick. Pick it up, then throw up on it. Whoa, wine, who walking at that? Party crease, cut the boom boom fat. Funny don't cut the boom boom hot. Calm me jump with a boom boom god. Now buy boom boom, my boom boom shop. Boy eat boom boom, my boom boom crap. If she squirt, then the boom boom bad. Grab it all, cut the boom boom man. Boom boom fat, then the boom boom sock. Body fat, but the boom boom fat. My body have the boom boom hot. Fat, boom boom, zoom zoom that. Fat, boom boom, zoom zoom that. Say that for piece of crease, say yeah upon you. I'm gonna kill it, boom boom, what you gon' do? Say that for piece of crease, say yeah upon you. I'm gonna kill it, boom boom, what you gon' do? Hey, says she fall in love, make she fall in love. Me she call in love, sheesh. The one you call in love. Jump past starting so circle my body like a target, yo. Head on the floor like a morning slug. Spit up on the floor like a carpet rug. Fucking on the money when you yawning too. Freaky girls them me all into. Swallow my nine when you coughing too. Oh, it's a nasty one, yo. Not now we take it on, yo. Not too smart, some down, yo. Me little baby's crying, yo. And the jungle juice will blast you. Inna you, yeah. Yo, no long did he no DJ. We have to kill some people before me left, you know. Oh. Whoa, crush them, Mr. Untouchable, MAG, 80s Canarsie, 70s, whatever I play with. Buckler, me a Canarsie legend. What do? Hey, ready for go kill them. Man, anti-drill them. We spin pan them, black blood spill them, we kill them. Ready for go kill them. We killing them, rise up, shush, kill them. Man, anti-drill them. We spin pan them, black blood spill them, we kill them. Ready for go kill them. We killing them, rise up. 1 in 9 face hasn't reached. One learn a lesson, pussy hold me with teach. Who's carry gun like sand on the beach? Bitch, you asleep and your mama carry me. Put the fast in you say burial in no cheap. Like roadblock, I saw me like the street. Why you don't eat when you water to your feet? The ripper them a creep, say a death we are reach. Every ready to go. Mark 90 drill them. We spin pan them, black blood spill them, we kill them. Ready to go kill them. We killing them, rise up, shush, kill them. Ready to go kill them. We spin pan them, black blood spill them, we kill them. Yo, lyrics now, yo. We not like nothing farmer. From your this, use a gunner. Me Tony AK pan the gunner. Gong them dirt like the farmer. Body can't find a Ija Palmer. Fuck Palmer, head from Lana. Like up the ganja, it red like Santa. Mix up the lean with the purple Fanta. King Louis element, hot grabber. If you know semi-hard blacker than shower. Suck with your mother, abracadabra. Magic, family magnum me fire. We don't see no blood clot team out of flyer. Untouchable at the empire. Whoa, Lord. Tell them ready for go kill them. Hey, Mat 90 drill them. We spin pan them black. Kill them. Ready for go kill them. We killing them, rise up, shish, kill them. Mat 90 drill them. We spin pan them black, those kill them, we kill them. Ready for go kill them. We killing them, rise up. Yo, 80s, Canarsie, Southside, 8 Block, MSG. We don't know we are what it's in now. Shish, we not circle. Yeah, up on the stop. Them don't know the vibes. We're there, you know. DC, VA. Up.
Right now?
Up.
You need your sweat towel? It's kind of hot
He
up
was
here.
performing, okay?
Yeah.
Nah, that was a lit performance. That was cool. And I want to thank you for blessing the stage today.
Yeah, no problem.
And I need you guys to tune in to his YouTube channel. Where else can they find your music?
You can find me on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, more than 100 platforms. Just Google
All of
me,
that.
Jungle
Yeah, Google
Jesus
him.
with a Z.
Yeah, no, this performance was lit. Like, we was back to turn your neck, you know. But right now, we're gonna open the floor to callers who have any questions for Jungle Jesus or Shay. Do we have any callers on the line? No callers on the line. All right. Do anybody in the audience have any questions? All right. So everybody's kind of silent. It's a Saturday morning, but it's okay though. It's okay though. I know you guys are trying to you guys are amazed by that performance right now, so I'm gonna let you stay in awe. But yeah, I want to thank both of my guests for coming on. Is there anything that you would like to leave the audience with? Any advice? Anything?
Yo, man, when you're out there, when you just use condom when you have sex. When you not shoot, make sure you not shoot woman and picnic. And that's it. Everybody work and get their money. Me not care what you do in your life. Just work and get your money and take care of your family and show love and be pure. All.
Straight from the Jungle Jesus' mouth. We have a call on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where you from?
This is Shiv from New York City.
This is who?
Shiv from New York City.
Okay, hi, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good.
This is really for everybody, but this is my best friend Shimon on the show. So
Hey.
shout out to all of you guys.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, of course. I wanted to ask, what do you think is the most fulfilling part of doing, a show like this for you guys yourself?
Well, for me, the most fulfilling part is after the show when I go check my DMs on Instagram and people's like, thank you for that. I needed to hear that. And they basically say they're inspired to do whatever they've been longing to do. And that makes me feel good. And it's the reason why I keep coming back every Saturday and having these conversations and bringing my guest on.
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, I think that's one of the most important and most fulfilling things. And then I think for me, personally, like one of the most fulfilling things is being able to speak my truth and being able to do that on a platform that can be viewed by hundreds and thousands of people or whoever it may reach. But just having that confidence in yourself to fully be who you are, no matter who's watching. So that's fulfilling for me.
How about you, Jungle Jesus?
Me, I just do this to try to prove people that I'm the best dancehall artist in the United States. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to prove that. You feel me? The best dancehall artist in Jamaica, but I'm just trying to prove I'm the best in the U.S. You know what I mean? Because there's no one in the U.S. who's the best, so I'm just trying to prove I'm the best. So every podcast, every radio station I'll be on until I'm proving I'm the best. You feel me?
And you're also proving that you're not a black sheep. Wait, hold on. I don't think anybody heard that. Let me give you the mic. Hold on.
Yeah, this question is for Jungle Jesus. Are you signed with any label?
No, I'm not signed with any label right now, but I'm under 2 different management, Untouchable and 8 Block. You feel me? So, no label, I'm independent.
Okay, and do you have a distributor?
Yeah, I distribute to United Masters. It's also on other independent platforms. They distribute
so
my
your music can be, you can also get digital and also hard copies?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can also get digital and hard copies of my music.
Okay. All right. So how can someone book you if they're interested?
If you book me, you could just link me Instagram Jungle Jesus 1, or you can link Ruption Beats on Instagram, or you can link Damn It Man or The Smoke Room on Instagram. Same way I spell it. Same way, Damn It Man on Instagram or The Smoke Room. Or you could just link Jungle Jesus 1 on Instagram. You could book me.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you for that. And we do still have our caller on the line. Was your question answered, caller? Oh, he hung up? Okay, all right. Well, thank you for calling, sir. And yeah, like I was saying, like this just proves that, like at some point we've all felt like we were black sheeps. And this just goes to show that we ain't no black sheep. I mean, if we are a black sheep, we are pretty damn good looking one, And we're special. Like, yeah, we may be a little odd, but we special. Like, we're the only one of our kind. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Yeah. Do we have any other callers on the line? No, that's it. Well, thank you guys.
And we just want to say big up to Joe Biden. He's the president. You know what I mean? You feel me? Our next win. You know what I mean? So everybody big him up to the new president of the United States. You can't forget that.
Listen, don't jinx it, okay?
Nah, they selected him already.
They did?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have to go on Google after this.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in. It's always a great day on Top of the Rain. So stay tuned. Well, check us out next week, Saturday, same time, same place, Facebook, WLVS Radio, or listenvisionlive.com. Follow all of us on Instagram. Stay tuned all throughout the credits to see everybody who played a part in making this show what it is. And shout out to my producer, Afiba, because he is amazing. He do his thing every Saturday. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, all right?